Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Rahimah Nur Afiqah. I am from English Department, the 6th semester of IAIN Samarinda. Okay, in this video, I would like to tell you about a little bit from development of drama. Okay, next we are going to the development of drama. First, the beginnings. Religious celebration is the origin of drama. From the various pagan rites and festivals arose the earliest dramas called Greek tragedy and Greek comedy. Greek tragedy arose from the pattern of the Dionysian rites of life and death. In Greek tragedy, a central character is led into death, despair, or misery through some sort of error, either in himself or his action. Usually, the central character has some particular tragic flaw. On the other hand, Greek comedy arose from the patterns of the Dionysian rites of fertility. The earliest Greek comedies not only deal with fertility but also with Phallic ceremonies. Greek comedy is generally divided into three categories. The first is Old Comedy, the second is Middle Comedy, and the third is New Comedy. In Old Comedy, we usually discover a great deal of rough comment on affairs of state through political satire. Middle Comedy has no surviving examples. New Comedy usually deals with romantic situation, and we generally witness potential lovers working from unhappy problematic situation into happy comfortable ones. Comedies illustrate the traditional happy ending. The second is the Middle Ages. In the late 9th and 10th centuries, there were tropes or musical presentation of a certain church service, particularly the various mass. From these musical processions came drama as the Paris began to speak rather than sing the story. Eventually, these tropes became independent of the court liturgy, and medieval drama was established as a secular entertainment. Although religious subjects were still the most popular, gradually the presentations were moved from the church to the outdoor. Latin was replaced by regional language, and the audience became more cosmopolitan. Next, the third, morality plays and interludes. At around the beginning of the 15th century, emerged the morality play. It differed from the earlier religious dramas because it contained allegory. Certain abstract passions, vices, and virtues were represented on the stage by actors in bizarre costumes. Thus, the audience could watch such characters as death, evil, mercy, shame, and holiness. Some morality plays deals with a single voice or moral problem. Thus, some deal with the whole moral problem of man's existence. The morality plays slowly into the creation of interludes, which were relatively short dramas, brief enough to be presented in between the other events edifies, entertains, and excites. The Interludes were extremely popular and often consisted of a dialogue between only two characters. The interludes sometimes were phrases and not always serious and religious. The interlude is often considered to be one of the major secularizing influences of the drama. So next, we are going to the fourth is Elizabethan. Renaissance England encouraged people from various professions to begin writing plays. By the late 16th century, Elizabethan drama had become the best in the story of war. Literature, how easy is to mention Shakespeare, but how difficult it's to mention all of the many others. This era is the beginning of new kinds of plays, the romantic comedies, the revenge murder dramas, the great cycle of history plays, the court comedies, and the pastoral plays. Thus, the Elizabethan stage introduced almost unbelievable number of new and talented playwrights. At the same time, Elizabethan drama also introduced whole new kinds of secular drama, many of which survive to the present day. So next, the point from development of drama is the fifth. There is Restoration and 18th century. In the period of the Restoration in England, beginning in 1660, when Charles II was restored to the English throne, heroic plays became extremely popular. The heroic drama was a kind of tragedy or tragicomedy characterizes excess violence, explosive dialogues, greatly tormented characters, elements of spectacle, and various epic dimensions. Their heroes were usually great military leaders as well as great lovers, and often experience a conflict between their love for a lady and their patriotism. Their heroine was always virtuous and beautiful, as well as subject to agony over conflicting interests between her hero, lover, and her father. Villains were usually power hungry and valiant, jealous lovers of the heroine's hero. All the plays were easily patterned. During the same period, the comedy of manners was born. And the last point from development of drama is 19th century and 20th century. The spectacle introduced into the drama through the heroic play slowly lead into the more extreme spectacle and excessive emotionalism of melodrama in the 19th century. Toward the end of the century, there was also a revived interest in more serious drama, like that of Elizabethan. In 20th century, problem plays and domestic tragedies become vastly popular. For example, it was used to be believed that a real tragedy necessarily had to follow the Aristotelian principle that a noble hero suffered a calamitous fall in this era. However, that the status of tragic hero was brought to domestic figure. Okay, I think that's all. A little bit from development of drama. I'm so sorry if I have mistake during the video, and I hope this very useful for you. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.